Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag, and I think this was originally created by Ariel Bassett. This is quite a small tag and I just kind of wanted to do it because I remembered that you're supposed to do it before December, and that's when I usually do it because, I don't know, I feel like the end of the year it's like December, and then I realised that it has like a bunch of questions about transitioning into autumn, and then we all always forget that like we're supposed to do it in like the beginning of autumn. I mean, obviously for the Northern Hemisphere people. I guess spring for the Southern Hemisphere people. Question number 1. Are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? Yeah. So I actually just have 2 audiobooks that I'm sort of partway through, and that's because I kind of put them down because I was doing readathons and they didn't fit in for prompts. So, the first one is Sarah J. Maas's Heir of Fire. I need to finish that one. It is quite large. I mean, I suppose they just get larger, don't they, really? I like anything that's like over 400 pages and my little brain's like, it's big, panic. So, I will pick that one up. I need to read it. It's on my 2020 books to read list that I started at the beginning of the year, and I was determined I was going to finish this book, so we will see. That will definitely be read. And I also need to finish Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. I started that one and then I got distracted by actual physical books, so I never actually finished it for the readathon I was doing. But I definitely eager to pick that one up because I think I'm only like an hour and a half into it and I was really enjoying it. Yeah, it had Latina queer witches in it. Apparently queer. I haven't got to a bit where I know that they're queer, but apparently. And that's very exciting. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And I feel like I don't have a specific book that I always just like transition into the end of the year with. I tend to read like crime thrillers and horror. And I took part in Horror-a-thon, which was hosted by Lauren's Library, and that was very, very fun. It definitely made me feel really autumny. It made me feel like Halloween, which is good because not much else right now is making me feel like Halloween. So thanks, Lauren. So I guess crime thrillers and horror books are kind of autumnal for me. Question number 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? Yes, there is one book that I am eagerly awaiting for, and you know me, I don't read books as they come out. I just don't do it. I like to wait until the series is out, because I've got such a backlist on my shelves, and I'm like, but I have to read this. I do, because I've caught up with the series, and now this one's coming out, and I need to know what's going to happen next. It's Proud Fox by J.P. Harker. This is the 4th book in the Caledon saga, and I read Wildcat at the beginning of the year with Kayla from Crack Into a Good Book, and we've been buddy reading this entire series, and it is so much fun. When I started Wildcat, I did not think that I was going to enjoy this series as much as I did, and then, like, from, like, the second half of Wildcat through to my favourite book in the series, Leaping Wolf, and then Lion Cub, and I just, I don't know what it is. I think there is something about the way that he writes battles, which is, like, amazing, and the characters that you just care about them and you just want them to not die in horrible ways. Anyway, really great books. I didn't tell you what they're about. So it's set in a historical type fantasy world where it sort of explores like Welsh, Celtic sort of tribes as they interact with like a Roman-based tribe, and oh, it's just so good. Just please take my word for it and read it. So the 4th book in this series comes out, I think, on the 5th of November, and I'm very, very excited to get to this one. Question number 4 is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? I'm going to kind of cheat on this one. So I want to read the entire A Court of Thorns and Roses series, which is becoming less and less possible as the days go by, because, I mean, where is the year going? And at least I want to do a reread of the first one. Hopefully more than that. I also really, really want to read A Dark Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, because everyone was like, why are you such a heathen? You've never read a V.E. Schwab book and you really need to fix that. So I would really like to read that book and, you know, stop being one of the only people on BookTube that hasn't read a V.E. Schwab book, apparently. And lastly, the other book that you guys really, really told me that I should read on my 2020 TBR list thing was The World Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, even though it's a chunky, chunky boy. It's like 700 something pages, but you guys said that I should read that one, and I don't know, something about like a big, chunky fantasy feels like a December thing. I'm not sure why. Should it be like comforting in like the winter and then it'll be nice? Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Question number 5. Is there a book that you think could still shock you and become one of your favourites of the year? I don't know. Maybe Proud Fox because I'm really excited for it. Maybe I'll fall madly in love with V. Schwab. Maybe Akamath will hit me like I think it will, right in the feels, and maybe I'll love that. I really have no idea, and I am open to it. But I'm just gonna say, I think my top book of the year so far is The Last Sun by Katie Edwards, and that book was like, mwah, chef's kiss. So I don't know if anything can beat it, but they're all welcome to try. And question number 6, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Yeah. What kind of booktuber would I be? What kind of reader would I be if I hadn't already planned out like 20 different projects for me to do? Because going through my projects this year, I've done so well. I have a very big project that I want to work on next year that I'm really, really excited for. Honestly, I really want to tell you what this project is, but I feel like it's a little bit too soon, but also I'm really excited about it, so maybe I'll tell you about it now. Okay, I've convinced myself. I'm going to tell you about it. No, wait, no, I haven't. No, I'm not going to tell you about it. The indecision. The indecision is real. I'll tell you about it later. It's very exciting. I'm going to be reading like 30-something books for this project. Unfortunately, it's not really going to help me narrow down my TBR because I've read most of them before, but like, it's a very exciting project. Anyway, that's the end of the tag, so I hope you guys liked this video. I think it was a little bit rambly and a little bit random, and I'm sorry if I made any weird faces or was just a little bit random. I'm tired. Okay, so if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!